Salawat. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Qul huwallahu ahad. Allahu as-samad. Lam yalid wa lam yulad. Wa lam yakun lahu kufuwan ahad. Salawat. Al-Fatiha.
Salawat. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Qul huwallahu ahad. Allahu samad. Lam yalid wa lam yulad wa lam yakul lahu kufuwan ahad. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Allahumma qul ka hujjat ibn al-Hasan salawatuka alayhi wa ala ba'i fi hadhihi sa'a wa fi kulli sa'a waliya wa qaida wa nasira wa dhalila hina hatta taskinahu arzaqatuha wa timatahu tawila. Nadari.
Bar Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad salawat. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa Mu'minin. Tonight's Ruhani Majlis announcements. Majlis by the family of Marhum Amir Ali Bhai Jamal Datu for the Sale Sawab of Marhum Ghulam Bhai Sher Ali, Marhum Sheikh Yusuf Nafsi, Marhum Tasneem Bhai Awan, Marhum Sukra Bhai Ramji, Marhum Marzia Bhai Datu, Marhum Sibten Nanji and Kul Marhumins. Majlis by Al-Haj Amir Ali Bhai Muhammad Ali Walji for the Sale Sawab of Marhum Muhammad Ali Bhai Walji, Marhum Zainab Bhai Muhammad Ali Walji, Marhum Kanize Fatima Muhammad Ali Walji, Marhum Mohsin Bhai Muhammad Ali Walji and Kul Marhumins. Majlis by the family of Marhum Al-Haj Ramzan Ali Muhammad Ali Walji for the Sale Sawab of Marhum Muhammad Ali Bhai Walji, Marhum Ramzan Ali Muhammad Ali Walji, Marhuma Maryam Bhai Muhammad Ali Walji, Marhuma Shirin Bhai Muhammad Ali Walji, Marhum Ali Bhai Bhimji, Marhuma Kulsum Bhai Bhimji, Marhuma Salma Bhai Walji and Kul Marhumins. Majlis by Brother Imtiaz and Sister Rida Batul for the Isale Sawab of Marhuma Maryam Bhai Binti Mula Ali Bhai, Marhum Qurban Hussain Dungarwala, Marhum Zabir Hussain Dungarwala, Marhum Saifuddin Bhai Dungarwala, Marhum Muhammad Hussain, Marhuma Kanize Kubra, Marhum Haji Sultan Bakshi, Marhuma Amira Begum, Marhuma Anayat Begum, Marhum Iftar Hussain and Kul Marhumins. Majlis by the family of Maroom Al-Haj Hussain Ali Muhammad Ali Jaisa Damani for the Saleh Sawab of Maroom Hussain Ali Muhammad Ali Jaisa Damani, Maroom Insaf Jaisa Damani family. Majlis by Al-Haj Akil Danji for the Saleh Sawab of the Maroomins of Danji family, Qasim Ali Tejani family, Giwala family, Wali Muhammad Rajwani family, and Kul Maroomins. Majlis by the families of Maroom Sultan Bhai Uka and Maroom Muhammad Ali Bhai Haji Ismail for the Saleh Sawab of Maroom Sultan Bhai Ibrahim Uka, Maroom Muhammad Ali Bhai Haji Ismail, Maroom Kubra Bhai Walji Rajpar, Kulsum Bhai Walji Rajpar, Maroom Ibrahim Bhai Uka, Maruma Fatma Bhai Mulji, Maruma Shirin Bhai Lalani, Maroom Sher Ali Bhai Mawani, Maruma Kubra Bhai Mawani, Maroom Hussain Mawani, and Kul Maroomins. You humbly requested to recite Surah Fatiha for Kul Maroomins. Al-Fatiha. Ammar bhai.
Salawat. Nare Takbir. Nare Risalat. Nare Haidari. Ya Khuda tujh pe mai sadke mera laskar bhi nisar. Ya Khuda tujh pe mai sadke mera laskar bhi nisar. Dil fida, ruh fida, jaan fida, sar bhi nisar. Dil bhi fida, ruh fida, jaan fida, sar bhi nisar. Ali Akbar bhi fida aur Ali Asgar bhi nisar. Ali Akbar bhi fida aur Ali Asgar bhi nisar. Tujh pe Bakir bhi fida, Abide Mustar bhi nisar. Tujh pe Bakir bhi fida, Abide Mustar bhi nisar. میں نے جو کچھ تیری درگاہ سے پایا مولا، میں نے جو کچھ تیری درگاہ سے پایا مولا، سب تیری راہ میں خوش ہو کے لٹایا مولا. صلوات.
Bar Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad salawat. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad. Mu'minin, now I'll request upon the young master Ali Riza Jafar to come and deliver his 2-minute speech. Let's all welcome him with a loud nare salawat.
Bar Muhammad wa ala Muhammad salawat. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. My respected scholars, elders, brothers and sisters in Islam, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I pray that you are benefiting from this blessed month of Muharram. Inshallah, the tears that flow on our cheeks will serve to reform our lives and wash away our sins. Today I will be sharing a few words on the highly valued status of parents in Islam. Islam sanctifies the right of the mother and father, and therefore it is obligatory for us to show love, kindness and respect towards them. In the Holy Quran, Surah Al-Isra, Allah states, "And your Lord has commanded that you shall not serve any but Him and goodness to your parents." It is interesting to note how the action of being good to your parents has been commanded next to the worship of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. In Risalat al-Huquq by Imam Sajjad alayhi salam, The Imam states, in regards of your mother, the right of your mother is that you know that she carried you when no one carries anyone. She gave to you of the fruits of her heart that which no one gives to anyone, and she protected you with all her organs. And in regards of your father, the right of your father is that you know that he is your root. Without him, you would not be. Whenever you see anything in yourself which pleases you, know that your father is the root of its blessing upon you. These words of guidance show us how important our parents are in Islam. The status of your mother is so high that it is said that heaven lies under the feet of your mother. Listening to your parents and making them happy is one of the best deeds you can do in Islam. So we need to reflect. What is our relationship with our parents? Have we been showing them the respect they deserve? In today's world, we get caught up and lose focus. How much time do we spend on our mobile phones, game consoles, and social media platforms compared to the time we're giving to our family, especially our parents? Upon reflection, we must take action. And what a better time than in this blessed month, where we are reminded of the love and obedience shown by the children in Karbala. We have such beautiful role models and their actions in such difficulties. Bibi Sakina, Shah Qasim, Hazrat Ali Akbar, Hazrat Aoun and Muhammad, and all the youths of Karbala. For those of us whose parents are alive, we can start by doing something small, like kissing their hands after salah, opening the door for them, standing up when they enter the room, or just smiling at them. And for those whose parents are no longer with us, there is still an opportunity to serve them by performing good deeds in their memory. For example, praying to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to reward them for instilling the love of Abu Abdullah in our hearts, reciting Quran, organizing the majalis of Ahlul Bayt alayhi salam in their memory, and donating to charity. On that note, I remind you of the opportunity for gaining thawab by donating towards the HIC Muharram Fund. This can be done by accessing the QR code shown on the screen, following payment instructions also displayed on the screen, or by contacting the treasury team in both the ladies and gents side. Surely the smallest of deeds cannot and shouldn't be underestimated. Let us end by praying to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that we as youth learn and implement the lessons from the youth of Karbala in our lives today. Let us not forget the heavenly status of our beloved parents. We remember all parents, for those who are still alive, alhamdulillah. Give them a long life, aligned with the teachings of the Ahlul Bayt alayhi salam. And for those who are no longer with us, we pray that they are granted the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Please join me in this dua. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Rabbirhamhuma kama rabbayani saghira. My Lord, have mercy upon them both as they brought me up when I was small. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Al-Fatiha.
Asant Ali Riza. Mu'minin, today's majlis is also for the Ruhani of Marum Ghulam Ali Bhai Sulaiman Datu, Maruma Sikina Bhai Datu, Marumins of Datu family, Marumins of Damji family, Marumins of Karim family, Marumins of Sadak family, Marumins of Ali Muhammad AP family, and Kul Marumins, your humble requested to recite Surah Fatiha, Kul Marumins Al-Fatiha. Mu'minin, the next announcement is especially for the parents regarding the madrasa. Madrasa enrollment for the year 2024-2025 is now open. Deadline to register is strictly the 4th of August. For more information, contact Brother Sajjad Jivraj or Brother Muhammad Mawani in the gents section and Sister Sabira Pardhan in the ladies section. Bar Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad Salawat.
بر محمد وآل محمد صلوات. مرثیہ ہے سین زینب سلام اللہ علیہ کا پیش کرتا ہوں، آپ کے کچھ شعر پیش کرتا ہوں. صلوات پڑھیے بر محمد وآل محمد. خدا نے زینب کو دیے تھے جتنے فضائل، خدا نے زینب کو دیے تھے جتنے فضائل، خدا نے زینب کو ہیں اتنے دے دیے کربلا نے زینب کو، دیے تھے جتنے فضائل، خدا نے زینب کو ہیں اتنے دے دیے کربلا نے زینب کو، دیے تھے جتنے فضائل. جہاں بھی نیز پہ ٹھہرا، جہاں بھی نیز پہ ٹھہرا، کہیں سرے عباس، ہے جہاں بھی نیز پہ ٹھہرا، کہیں سرے عباس، وہیں لگائے گئے تازیان زینب کو، دیے تھے جتنے فضائل، خدا نے زینب کو. علی کی بیٹی رداؤں کا درد بھول گئی، علی کی بیٹی رداؤں کا درد بھول گئی، پکارا نام سے جب اشکیاء نے زینب کو، دیے تھے جتنے فضائل، تھا اس کے ہاتھ میں نیزہ بھی اور دریا بھی، آئے تھا اس کے ہاتھ میں نیزہ بھی اور دریا بھی، بڑا جو لاش عائشہ سے اٹھانے زینب کو، دیے تھے جی جتنے فضائل، اے علی بچاتے بچاتے جہاں بطول رکی، اے علی بچاتے بچاتے جہاں بطول رکی، یہ فرض سونپ دیا فاطمہ نے زینب کو، دیے تھے جتنے فضائل، خدا نے زینب کو۔ اے علی کی بیٹی بچاتی رہی سبھی کو، مگر علی کی بیٹی بچاتی رہی سبھی کو، مگر کہیں نہ کوئی نہ آیا بچانے زینب کو، دیے تھے جتنے فضائل، خدا نے زینب کو، ہاں ہیں اتنے دے دیے کربلا نے زینب کو، دیے تھے جتنے فضائل، خدا نے زینب کو۔ بر محمد والی محمد صلوات۔
بر محمد وآل محمد صلوات۔ آج کی رات تجھے گودی میں سلا لو میرے اصغر آجا، آج کی رات تجھے گودی میں سلا لو میرے اصغر آجا، لوری ارمانوں سے بھرپور سنا لو میرے اصغر آجا، آج کی رات تجھے گودی میں سلا لو میرے اصغر آجا، تیر کے آگے میرے لال تجھے ہونا ہے، دیکھ کر تیری ہنسی ظلم نے بھی رونا ہے، جو طریقے ہے لڑائی سے سکالو، میرے اصغر آجا، آج کی رات تجھے گودی میں سلا لو، میرے اصغر آجا۔ پہلے اللہ کا میں شکر بجا لاؤں گی، دیکھ کر خون تیرا لال میں مر جاؤں گی، میں تجھے موت کی ہچکی سے بچا لو، میرے اصغر آجا، آج کی رات تجھے گودی میں سلا لو، میرے اصغر آجا۔ تجھ کو ایک بار دفن بابا تیرے کر دیں گے، پھر تجھے نیز سقیفہ کے وہاں ڈھونڈیں گے، دشت کی غرم ہواؤں سے بچا لو، میرے اصغر آجا، آج کی رات تجھے گودی میں سلا لو، میرے اصغر آجا۔ تیری معصوم سکی ناکو پلا کے پانی، کل تیری پیاس بجھائیں گا علی کا ثانی، میں تجھے دیکھ کے پیاس اپنی بجھا لو، میرے اصغر آجا، آج کی رات تجھے گودی میں سلا لو، میرے اصغر آجا۔ لاش اصغر کی جو دے کی تو اٹھی ایک بکا، ہائے یہ شام غریبا کو سکینہ نے کہا، ہو کے پابند تجھے پانی پلا لو، میرے اصغر آجا، آج کی رات تجھے گودی میں سلا لو، میرے اصغر آجا۔ ہے تو آخر کو وہ ماں کہتا ہے ظاہر کا یقین، ڈھونڈتی ہوگی اسے رو رو کہ راہوں میں کہیں کہتی ہوگی کہ تیرے ناز اٹھا لو میرے اصغر آجا آج کی رات تجھے گودی میں سلا لو میرے اصغر آجا پر محمد وآل محمد صلوات
بر محمد وآل محمد صلوات اللہم صلی علی محمد وآل محمد. Mu'minin are now request upon Mullah Muhammad Qasim Ali Sahib to come and address us. Please let's welcome him with a loud Nare Salawat.
اللهم صل على Muhammad. Before I begin, may I request you all, mu'mineen, if you can please move a little bit forward, please. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان اللعين الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله على سيدنا ونبينا محمد وآله الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين اللهم صل على محمد. My dear elders, my brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum jami'an wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. أعظم الله أجورنا وأجوركم بمصابين بالحسين عليه السلام. Before I say what I have stood up to say today, may I request you to please join me in praying for one of our mu'min brother who is seriously ill. And we pray for all the others who are suffering from one or another illness. Please raise your hands, join together with me in reciting 5 times Amma Yujibu. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم أمن يجيب المضطر إذا دعاه ويكشف السوء 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 أمن يجيب المضطر إذا دعاه ويكشف السوء. يا الله بحق محمد وآل محمد شافي مرضانا ومرضى المؤمنين والمؤمنات. اللهم صل على محمد وآل. Allah Azza wa Jal in the Holy Quran has told us, تعاونوا على البر والتقوى. Cooperate in the matter of goodness and in the matter of piety. One of the companions of our 6th Imam came in the presence of the Imam and Imam asked him a question, هل تجلسون وتحدثون? Do you get together and do you have discussion about us, that is the Ahlul Bayt? And when he said, Na'am, yes, Imam said, Rahimallah, man ahya amrana. May Allah have mercy upon those who keep our memory alive. The gatherings of the morning for Imam Hussein alayhi salam are both an act of goodness and act of piety. Keeping alive the memory of Imam Hussein alayhi salam is done in different ways. There are those who come and deliver a lecture, advise, guide, admonish. There are those who recite the Lamentation poetry, and there are majority who participate and take part in these morning ceremonies, and all these are to keep alive the memory of Imam Hussein alayhi salam. But there is one more way by which we can keep alive the memory of Imam Hussein alayhi salam. And keeping alive these morning ceremonies is by cooperating and assisting those who organize such gatherings. And one of these ways is to donate, to give financial assistance in ensuring that the programs move smoothly and everyone who participates benefits in this. It is mentioned that Allama Amini, rahmatullah alayh, the author of the book Al-Ghadir, on the eve of 9th of Muharram and the eve of 10th of Muharram, on these 2 nights used to give sadaqah, used to give charity. And he said the purpose of giving charity on these nights in the name of Imam Sahib al-Zaman, Ajjalallahu farajahu al-Sharif, Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa, that on these nights the heart of our Imam is full of pain and full of sadness. And therefore, he used to give out the charity in the name of Imam Sahib al-Zaman. My dear brothers, my elders, my sisters, I stand before you here to appeal to you that you give as much as you can for our programs here at the Husaini Islamic Center in Peterborough, as much as you give. And if you give this tonight, give in the name of Imam Sahib al-Zaman, as much as you can, so that we are able to meet our target. And we are assured, not by me, not by the Prophet, not by the Imams, but by Allah Himself, that anything that you give in the way of Allah Azza wa Jal, Allah Azza wa Jal will reward you in this world as well as in the hereafter. So please, mu'minin brothers, make an effort as much as you can, donate towards this good cause. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Asant Mullah Sahib. Now this announcement is for those brothers and children and youth who have put their names down to take part tonight in Tabut, Alam and Jula. Can you please make your way quietly next door in the annex? Nobody's carrying tabut, alam. Your names were received. Please go. There was 47 names we received. I can't read all the names out. Your names have been already been put down. Well, Bar Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad salawat. Mu'mineen, I now request upon Dr. Sayyid Ammar Nakshawani Sahib to come and deliver his lecture. Please let's all welcome him with a loud nada salawat.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. عظم الله أجورنا وأجوركم بمصابنا بسيدنا ومولانا أبي عبد الله الحسين عليه السلام، وجعلنا الله وإياكم من الطالبين بثأره بين يدي الإمام المنصور المؤيد المهدي من آل محمد. الحمد لله رب العالمين، والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا وعظيمنا وحبيب قلوبنا وشفيع نفوسنا أبي القاسم محمد. اللهم صل وعلى أهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين وأصحابه الغر الميامين. الحمد لله الذي جعلنا من المتمسكين بولاية سيدي ومولاي علي بن أبي طالب. الحمد لله الذي هدانا لهذا وما كنا لنهتدي لولا أن هدانا الله. أما بعد، إني سلم لمن سالمكم وحرب لمن حاربكم وعدو لمن عاداكم وولي لمن والاكم. The first of our loud salawat in honor of Rasulullah Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam. A second even louder salawat in honor of Imam Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salam. A third with your loudest voices in honor of the Imam of our time, Imam Sahib al-Asr wa zaman. Respected scholars, brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh. Do Shia lives matter? Last night's shooting in Muscat, Oman raises this question more than ever before. Because the reality is that last night's shooting caused shockwaves in certain parts of the Shia community, while others didn't even have a clue that it had even happened. In a way, it highlights that the Shia community, on the first level, is not necessarily aware of other communities within its sect. There may be some Khaja who know about Oman. There may be some Omanis who know about Lebanon. There may be some Lebanese who know about Iraq. There may be some Iraqis who know about Iran. But the reality is there's also equally a chance that each of these demographics of Shia don't know anything about other demographics of Shia. When you look today, you find that that particular shooting, without a doubt, was something unprecedented. There are around 250,000 Shia in Oman. And there are, in the area of Muscat alone, around 11 mosques or ma'atim. A mosque, as you know, is the house of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And a ma'tam, as you know, is known as also an Imam Barga or a Husainiyah, a place where people gather to hear majalis or to hear lectures in relation to the household of the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, and his family. When you look, therefore, in Omani society, you see that people of different schools live together in peace. Without a doubt, Oman is the best example of how Muslims can live together in peace. When you see the main sect in Oman is, of course, the Ibadi sect, one of the oldest sects in the history of the religion of Islam. Many of you will say, hold on, I've heard of Shia and Sunni, but unfortunately, many have not heard of the Ibadi. The Ibadi are a sect that goes back to the origins of the religion of Islam. But also in the sect, you'll find that there are the Sunni community living there, the Shia community living there. There are others who don't belong to a sect who live in Oman, non-Muslims in Oman, of the Christian community. Members, for example, of the expats who have gone to work in Oman have all lived with each other in peace. There are there in Muscat, therefore, 11 mosques and Imam Bargas in Oman. Yesterday, however, while the Muslim community and the lovers of Ahlul Bayt had gathered together to honor Majlis al-Husayn alayhi salam at the Imam Barga known as Imam Barga of Imam Ali ibn Abi Talib, salawatullah wa salamuhu alayh. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. All of a sudden, there was a shooting in the crowd. That shooting that occurred in the crowd, those of you who would have seen the scenes would have noticed that people were running one way and the other. People who were sitting in a majlis, all of a sudden, the shootings were far and wide. At the same time, there are those of you who probably haven't got a clue that it happened, because of the fact that Shia lives don't matter. If it was any other sect in Islam, be all over Instagram 24/7. Every single second, it would have been everywhere. But when the Shia dies, it's as if it doesn't matter that 4 or 5 or 10 or 12 Shia have died. Why is this the case? That in the last 1400 years of our history, when we are butchered, or when we are massacred, there's no pressure on social media to put a story when a Shia dies. You don't have your auntie ringing you 24/7. You don't have your best friend saying to you, why haven't you uploaded it on your story? That Shia have been killed. Any other Muslim dies, we are suddenly under pressure by everybody. That why have you not posted? Why have you not uploaded? Why have you not boycotted? Why have you not put a message? Even the Shia themselves don't feel that pain when another Muwali of Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam dies. Did I not say at the beginning those lines that you've all said? Inni silmun liman salamakum wa harbun liman harabakum wa waliyun liman walakum wa ajuwun liman adakum. I'm at peace with whoever you're at peace with. And I'm at war with whoever you're at war with. And I am a guardian and a friend to whoever is a guardian and friend and lover of Ahlul Bayt. And at the same time, I'm an enemy to whoever takes those enemies of Ahlul Bayt as their enemy. When I therefore look at yesterday until today, I see many WhatsApps on my own WhatsApp. And I see many stories on Instagram. And you'll see that so many are silent about what happened. Why? Because the reality is, when the lovers of Ahlul Bayt are killed, there is no need to mention anything about them. The moment anyone else is killed, you see straight away people post this. But another question arises, and that is, how many of us actually knew there was Shia in Oman? Some of the Khawaja community will know because of the strong link between Zanzibar and Oman. But there are others, Iraqi community, Lebanese community, Afghani community, Pakistani community, convert community. If you were to ask them in Oman, what is the history of the Shia there? What is the situation of the Shia there? Many don't know. On the first level, therefore, tonight's analysis will open for us a door that at least we'll learn about another demographic and how us Shia are one ummah, and how unless we are united, then we shouldn't seek to unite with the whole world. There's no point a person turning around and saying that there is a need to do unity with everybody when you can't unite with your own lovers of Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam. But on the second level, another part of the discussion, why every year are Shia killed in Muharram? Every year for these 10 nights, you go to Pakistan, someone's shot. You go to Afghanistan, someone's killed. You go to Iraq, a bomb takes place. You come to Oman, people are sprayed with bullets. Why? What is the reason for this? As in, we think that we've reached 2024 and the epoch of intellect, of literacy, of the internet, and the availability of knowledge. Yet still until today, it's normal for a Pakistani gunman to enter a mosque in Oman and spray everyone with bullets. Why is this the case? Why is this not stopped? Let's tonight examine the Oman shooting. And I'd like to examine it in the following stages. Number one, what is the breed of Salafism that brings up people, whether literate or illiterate, to perform such acts? And how did the teachings of Salafi Islam spread its tentacles everywhere? Number two, when these gunmen shot who they shot, what were the 3 things that they said? And how do we address those 3 things? Number 3, in Oman, does this become a Shia Sunni issue? Or does it become an issue of Islam and Salafism? And how will we have to make careful of this? Number 4, what is the concept of unity in the mind of the Sunni, not the mind of the Shia? And what are the terms of unity that a Sunni wants to live by? Are these the correct terms? And what are my terms of unity when I look at this issue? Number 5, why is it many Shia don't post when a Shia is killed? What reason? Is it peer pressure? Is it inferiority complex? Lack of followers? No need for more followers? What could be the reason that Shia are silent when an Afghani is killed, or a Pakistani is killed, or an Omani is killed? But if any other Muslim's killed, they'll come out in thousands and millions talking about that. Number 6, how have the Shia been butchered in different centuries, with no one batting an eyelid, to the extent that the butchering took place in Iraq, in Karbala, and people said Rahmatullah alayh on the man who was ordering those butchers to kill the Shia in Karbala. And finally, for us Shia, how important is it that we're united, both in the good times and in the bad times? And how do these killings remind us of the plains of Karbala on a night like this? And that anyone who loses their life, the great ones also lost their lives on the 10th of Muharram. Let's examine this and dissect the topic in complete depth. Every year that I've been giving majalis, every year since 2002, I have heard about Shia being killed in the first 10 nights of Muharram. There are some of you who in this crowd have only been listening to majalis because of your age for 5-10 years. There are some here who've been listening to majalis for over 40 years. If you ask those who've been listening to majalis for over 40 years, they will agree with me that hardly ever do they remember an Ashur of Muharram where Shia were not killed in one majlis or another. Why is this the case? This is because of Salafi ideology. When normally people say that there is Shia Sunni problems, it's not Shia Sunni. This is the difference between Salafism and Islam. Someone says to me, what said Ammar, Salafis are Islam. No, I want to reverse it. Because normally, when I'm attacked, they say that Islam says something and Shi'ism says something. This Muharram, I'm going to turn it round. I am Islam. We are Islam. And that everything else is a sect that is after Islam. All of you heard my analysis a couple of nights ago. Salafi Islam, what is it? Salafi Islam, as you could tell from the title, is a form of Islam that goes back to the original Islam. Of what? Of the life of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wa alihi, the Sahaba, the Tabi'een, and the Taba Tabi'een. What do we mean by this? Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wa alihi, Salafi Islam, noticed that the Muslim community had strayed from the path of the Prophet, peace be upon him, and his family. They say that Muslims had innovated practices. There were too many bid'ahs, arguably the favorite word of the Salafi world. There were too many innovations, too many bid'ah. And the two central groups who had innovated, amongst others, were the Sufis and the Shia. The Sufis and the Shia, they say, took people away in their teachings from pure Tawheed and a pure understanding of the Sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alihi. They said that for the Muslim community to be reformed, that we need to return to the Salaf as-Salih. The Salaf is to go back to the pious predecessors, who Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, they quote him saying that my generation and the one to come after me and the one to come after me is the best generation. How did they dress? You dress like them. How did they talk? You talk like them. You should have an image of Islam that is, if someone was to take you back to 7th or 8th century Arabia, you would not be out of place. And that all of the bid'ah that have entered Islam, dharihs around graves, people going to the qabristan and reading dua by the grave, the Shia crying and mourning excessively, others of these bid'ah, these are what have caused difficulties and dangers to the original pure message of the religion of Islam. Someone says, but what's the difference between them and the Sunni? The Sunni and the Shia had many an occasion where they were ready to live with each other in peace. There are many times, if you go back to Saudi Arabia, you see Saudi Arabia today, when it was called Hijaz, there were Sunni and Shia discussing with each other. When you look at our ulama, whether it's Shaykh al-Mufid, or whether it's Shaheed al-Awwal, and others, they would study under Sunni ulama. There would be no harm. Allama al-Hilli would encourage discussion with Sunni ulama. Sunni ulama would benefit from Shia ulama. Shia ulama would benefit from Sunni ulama. Sunni ulama were also attacked by Salafi ulama. To the extent that arguably you will see Salafi thinkers from a number of main regions. Which ones? Number one of the main regions where the Salafi thinkers are, without a doubt, is Syria. Number two, Saudi Arabia. Number three, the Indo-Pak subcontinent. Yes? If you want to see the Salafi main minds when it comes to attacking Sunni and Shia, not just attacking Shia, it is from these places that you had some of the scholars of the Salafis who in their books would raise a generation that the Shia are najis, the Shia are mushrik, the Shia are filthy, the Shia do not respect the wives of the Prophet, the Shia curse the Sahaba, the Shia. What you then do is you raise a generation that completely hates the Shia, Who are the main scholars? If you look in Syria back and today, you see, for example, of the famous Salafi Syrian scholars of the past, Ibn Taymiyyah, you all know. Ibn Qayyim al-Jawziyah, yes? These had written books where they call us what? Rafida. And these books, without a doubt, have a major place in where? In the ideology of the Salafis. So for example, Ibn Taymiyyah is a Sarim al-Maslul, ala Shatim al-Rasul, the unsheathed sword on the one who curses Rasulullah, quite a soft title. That particular book, without a doubt, it will come in one way to looking at the opinion on all the schools in Islam. But of course, his Minhaj al-Sunnah on the reply to Allam al-Hilli, that's another book. Someone says, why are these books important? These books are the most important when it comes to the breeding ground of young men, young women who grow up with hate against the Shia. That for them, if you kill a Shia, Jannah awaits you. I don't know if the numbers of the virgins in Jannah have changed. They seem to change every year. But there are virgins and ladies and whatever that await that martyr who has a suicide bomb. Ibn Taymiyyah, Ibn al-Qayyim, these are scholars, by the way, of Islamic law, of Islamic theology, but also they would be involved in raising a generation where we are known as the Rawafid, filthy enemy dogs. Therefore, that was at that time. Later on, you had an open strand of Salafism when it came to Syrian Salafism. You had on the one hand, Nasiruddin al-Albani, Nasiruddin al-Albani. Many of you would have seen his name in books that they will always quote al-Albani, an Albanian Syrian. Al-Albani, his approach was not to tell people to go and kill the Shia. And even when he is asked about the Shia, he says, look, if their scholars believe in these things, then they are not in the fold of the religion. But their laity, this is always the answer, their laity do not know. Then you have others like Abu Basir al-Tartusi. These are Syrian scholars who put fatwas on Shia. We are kuffar, we are rawafid, we are this, we are that. Hence, when ISIS did what they did, a lot of their opinions, and you'd see their writings, they would take from the works of these people. So number one, the Syrians have their strand of Salafism. Number two, Saudi Arabia, its strand of Salafism. As you know, Saudi Arabia, Al Saud and Muhammad bin Abdul Wahhab, there's an alliance. Muhammad bin Abdul Wahhab would follow in the writings of Ibn Taymiyyah. You see how the line connects? They would have scholars who have fatwas either that the Shia are filthy mushriks, or they would have a jihadi element, because some Salafis are jihadi, some are not. Some attack the government, some do not. You see that in their fatwas, what would they say? You will read the likes of who? There are some who you know, some you may not know. Some who you know, for example, Ibn Baz, many of you would remember. Ibn Baz, one of the most famous of the Salafi scholars. Some we may not hear of, but they have fatwas against the Shia. For example, Abd al-Rahman ibn Nasr al-Bakkar. For example, Ali al-Khudair. These are huge Salafi thinkers or scholars. They all have fatwas about the Shia. The Shia being kafir, the Shia being mushrik. Now you imagine in Medina you are teaching the students who have come from all parts of the world. What are you teaching them? Either you're teaching them that Shia can be killed, and that rarely is said openly, or you're teaching them that your enemy are those rawafid filth, and that those people, they are the biggest enemies of Islam. So in Saudi Arabia, who did you have? You had Ibn Baz, you had Abd al-Rahman al-Bakkar, you had Ali al-Khudair. Abd al-Rahman al-Bakkar and Ali al-Khudair, if I'm not mistaken, are still alive. Ibn Baz has died. So you had Syrian Salafism. Then you had what? Saudi Salafism. Of course, what the Salafi does, You know how we have Qom and Najaf, and then you may have houses in small cities. The Salafi is the same. Their main hawza would be Medina, not Al-Azhar. Al-Azhar and the Salafis are in opposition to each other. Al-Azhar in Egypt, they don't mind discussing with Shia, opinions of Shia, without calling for killing of Shia. Medina, originally, with these Salafi scholars, of course not with Muhammad bin Salman now. And Muhammad bin Salman, if you try and say these things, you ruin what his worldview is. His worldview is he doesn't want for there to be a situation where we have this sectarian and the fighting and the killing of politics. You want to do what you do in your mosque, do it. Don't bring politics and those rivalries. Let us build NEOM, let us build hotels, let people come here and chill. Other than that, I don't want any of those discussions. But before him, very normal for people like Al-Urayf and others. So they have their what? They will have their seminaries either in Medina, the big one, then they'll have somewhere else. For example, in Yemen, there is an area called Damaj. If you go on YouTube, Damaj was the center of the breeding of the Salafis of the world. That Damaj, of course, was later on pillaged by the Houthis of Yemen. Otherwise, in the 90s in Yemen, that area, by the way, that area is an area in the middle of, you could say, like a village, desert land. But there, some of the most famous Salafi jihadists of this world graduated from that area. You would never know it. Small area, small village. What you had there, therefore, is that the Saudis, the Syrians. The third hub of Salafism is the Indo-Pak subcontinent. Yes? India and Pakistan, India in particular, because Pakistan is only relatively recent, India in particular had produced Salafis. Salafis whose manhaj was purely the reply against the Shia. If you look in India and you see, for example, Sayyid Ahmad Raza Khan Barelvi, yes, you all know the Barelvis, you will see his antagonism towards the Shia. If you look at Shah Waliullah Dahlavi, his antagonism towards the Shia. Sheikh Ahmed Sarhindi, his antagonism towards the Shia. You also have Manzoor ad-Diobendi, 1987, he had given a fatwa about the Shia. India had produced, especially since the 19th century, a hotbed of anti-Shia literature. When Pakistan had independence, that slowly began to flow to Pakistan. Put petrol dollars together with the literature, Pakistan now has areas, as a Shia, you'd want to kill yourself, go live there. There's very few places on earth where I could say to you that as a Shi'i, you should never even think of going. I will tell you that in Pakistan, there are areas, you try and breathe in there, that's the end of your life. I don't know, there are Pakistanis in here. If I say Waziristan is safe for a Shi'i or no? Waziristan. North or South Waziristan? Is it safe for a Shi'i or no? Waziristan, if you want to be the next shawarma, go to Waziristan. Yeah? Waziristan is one of the filthiest places on earth when it comes to hate of Ahlul Bayt. You have there, many of you remember the incident with the Lal Masjid, Islamabad. That Lal Masjid, if that guy has a chance, he'll pop every Shia in his life. Huh? Him and the others, these people, what breeds them? Some are literate, some are illiterate. The literate one, he has an antagonism against the Shia. The illiterate one, poverty, you put them some money and then they will go and kill anyone. All he needs is some money and he'll do it. India and Pakistan in the 80s, Zia-ul-Haq and after, produced in Pakistan some Salafi hotspots. You look at certain scholars of the Salafi world in Pakistan or speakers. I'll give you two examples. Ihsan Ilahi Zahir or Tariq Azam. Two examples. One, his whole life was dedicated to what? Preaching against Shiism. Even when he was ill, I think there was a bomb against him in 86 or 87. Even when he was ill, straight away Ibn Baz ordered, bring his body here, we will treat him. You see the connection? Saudi Arabia, Pakistan, Syria, those three all culminated where? ISIS in Iraq and Syria. ISIS was the fruition. Get a Shia. What's your name? Ali. What's your name? Hussein. Pop. Your name? Ja'far. Pop. Read the kalima and read what we say in salah. You know, in the Sunni world, tashahhud in salah, in the second and third rak'ah, for example, is different to our tashahhud completely. The only thing we have in common is salawat on Muhammad and Al Muhammad. That's the only thing we have in common in the tashahhud. We say, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wahdahu la sharika lah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluh. Allahumma salli ala. They have the tahiyyat and they mention the durud of Allahumma salli wa sallim. That's the only thing, subhanallah. There's the indicator of how unity will come. But what happened was they'll stop someone. What's your name? Ali. Read the salah. If he reads the Shia salah, pop. Simple. What's the issue? Say, Baba, this is a Muslim. No, he's Rafidi. What do you mean he's Rafidi? He's not Muslim? So no, not Muslim. The interesting thing about that manhaj is when you discuss with them the Nawasib or the Khawarij, everyone focus on this please. When you discuss with the Salafi, the Nasibi, he says there's difference of opinion about the Nasibi. Nasibi, we discussed a few nights ago, the hater of Ali ibn Abi Talib. He says, yes, he's a hater of Ali ibn Abi Talib, but he says, La ilaha illallah. When you ask him about the Khawarij, he says, yes, Khawarij, bad, crazy, Nahrawan and so on, Ibn Muljam, but they say, La ilaha illallah. So, Habibi, what do I say? What do I say? Bob's your uncle? I say, La ilaha illallah as well, ya Habib. I say, La ilaha illallah. He says, La ilaha illallah. He says, when it comes to them, you say they are still under the millah of Islam. When it comes to the Shia gets killed. And that's why every year in Muharram, a Shia life does not matter. Why? Either Waziristan is producing its graduates, yes, or Syria is producing its graduates, or Saudi Arabia produced its graduates of the wonderful teachings of Salafi Islam. MashaAllah. And by the way, they should be called Salafis. Remind me to come back to that later. So then, when yesterday happened in Oman, Oman is shocking, by the way. Oman is shocking. Why? Oman, people all live together in peace. Wallahi. The Minister of Petroleum was in a Metam himself yesterday. Yes? The Sultan of Oman, the marhum who passed away recently, was a man who used to look after Majlis al-Hussein, food. He would look after the security. Why? He said, I don't want tensions between everyone. Sunnis, you have your reading. Shia, you have your reading. Everyone, we Ibadis have our reading. Everyone, just do your thing and try your hardest to live in peace. Never in the 53 odd years, I think, of the Renaissance of Oman, never has there been one sectarian attack. Never. Omanis, you go there, people, pure hearts, good people, good akhlaq. The best akhlaq. Arguably amongst the best representatives of the Shia of Ahlul Bayt. 53 years, not one incident. 250,000 Shia. This man comes into the Imam Barga of Imam Ali alayhi salam in the Wadi al-Kabir residential area in Muscat, and he comes and sprays bullets on people sitting in Majlis al-Hussein. When he sprays, what were the three things that he said? The first thing that he said is, this is your day, you mushriks. This is your day, you mushriks. When you say, I'm a mushrik, firstly, you believe in La ilaha illallah. I say, Ashhadu an La ilaha illallah every day. Every day. He says, yes, but your tawheed is different to mine. Even your tawheed and your concept of the attributes of God in your school, Salafi school, even there are ulama who debate God and tawheed in your school. No one is unanimous in your school on all the attributes and how they apply to God. the attributes of essence, the attributes of action, all of these theological discussions. Number two, I as a Shia, you want to know my Tawheed, read the du'as of my Imams. Read the supplications of my Imams. And then you'll know my Tawheed. Go and see Du'a Kumail, Du'a in Sahih al-Sajjadiyah, the du'as of Imam Zain al-Abidin. Du'a Abu Hamza al-Thamali. Read our du'as. Come and see our Tawheed. Number three, when you come and teach me about Tawheed, nobody can explain Tawheed like Imam Amir al-Mu'mineen's sermons in Nahj al-Balagha. No? Which of your people who you revere, name me any of them. Any of them. Khalid ibn al-Walid has a sermon on Tawheed. If he does, I'll become Shia tonight. I'll become Sunni tonight. I'll leave Tashayyu. If Khalid ibn Walid has one sermon on Tawheed, sermon, a whole khutbah on Tawheed. Or Abdurrahman bin Auf has a sermon on Tawheed, a whole sermon. Imam Amir al-Mu'mineen in Nahj al-Balagha has sermons about God and His essence and His attributes and the actions of God. Further than that, I don't believe in a God who's got legs. Yep, my God don't have legs. My God does not have hands. My God's not sitting on a throne. My God doesn't put his feet deep in hell to see if there's any more space. My God as well doesn't go jogging. My God is a God that vision cannot perceive him. Because you know, non-Shia are divided in their belief about God. Some say God can never be seen. Others say no, God cannot be seen in dunya, but will be seen where? Akhirah. Say, what do you mean? Says the Quran says, لا تدركه الأبصار وهو يدرك الأبصار. Says yes, vision cannot perceive him in dunya, but in Akhirah God sits on a throne, and then to his right is Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alayhi, and somehow Muawiyah made it to the left. Don't ask me how. One of the ways you can actually make it to the left is if you have the whole empire under you, and the press is under you, and the media is under you. Even I'll put myself 3 steps away. Yep. They said, therefore, that Allah, this is not Shia, this is non-Shia, but I, the Shia, am called Mushrik. Enjoy this. Allah sits on a throne, and to his right is who? Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alayhi, and that we'll all see Allah. Imam al-Sadiq was asked, does Allah sit on a throne? Imam al-Sadiq replied, then we should worship the throne. He said, why? He said, well, if the throne can carry God, why are you worshipping God? Imagine, if God is sitting on something, why are you worshipping the person? Worship what he's sitting on, because that deserves worship. Quran said, La tudrikul absar, vision cannot perceive him. They said, that's only in dunya, not in akhirah. Quran also said, Laysa kamithlihi, there is nothing like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I remember this back and forth, but I don't want to go into it with a famous speaker in India. Laysa kamithlihi shay, there is none like him. Say, the Quran says there's none like Allah. So if you say Allah has hands, then we are like him. Said, no, our hands are small. And the Hindu is the mushrik, yeah? Okay. So, on the first level, when you say, this is exactly, by the way, the video is available online. When he spray bullet painted everybody, he said, this is your day, you Shia mushriks. Okay? Firstly, I'm not a mushrik. Second thing he said, you najis. Yeah? You people of najasa. I don't know how you reached that conclusion, that we are people of najasa. For what reason I'm a person of najasa, I don't understand. Probably because I'm a mushrik, therefore I'm a person of najasa, because the mushrikun are seen as najas. That's number 2. Number 3, you are sabbabin al-sahaba. You curse the sahaba, and that's how he continued shooting at people, that you are those who curse the sahaba. It's true that, you know, we follow Muawiyah's sunnah, of course. Muawiyah taught us how to curse the Khalifa of his time. Muawiyah taught us also how to bring up pulpits cursing Imam Ali. Or is that acceptable? You got to make up your mind, oh shooter, whoever you are. And may the la'na of Allah either go on you, or if you get hidayah, I don't know. Wallah, I don't know. If you get hidayah, You get hidayah. Some people who come out from Waziristan, some of them, wallah, I don't know if they even know who we are, if they've met any of us. They've just been given these books by these people who Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has the day waiting for these people who write. Because it's either the scholar that can destroy society or build society. No? Sunni and Shia in Pakistan, many of them marry each other. But the Salafi doesn't want to see people come together. So the Salafi wants it to be high. So he says what? He says that we curse the companions. There's no doubt that the Shia, whether the Shia like to admit it or they don't, the Shia, within their literature or within their gatherings, there's no doubt that that exists. That is there. La'na is done on people like Muawiyah and on Yazid, and that's clear for all to see. But that is the Shia reading, and you have your reading. And in Oman, there is none of that. In Oman, there is none of these gatherings where people sit together and do that la'na. But if there is la'na in my manhaj, in the same way, you have la'na, and there are non-Shia who say la'na on the one who does what? La'na on the one who oppresses Ahlul Bayt. I agree with that. La'na, what do we say? Dushman Ahlul Bayt? What do you say? Dushman Ahlul Bayt? No. Whoever is the enemy of Ahlul Bayt, la'na is on them. Someone who fought Ahlul Bayt, la'na on them. You then have to fit the jigsaw pieces. And you'll see whoever angered Ahlul Bayt, la'na on him. Whoever fought Ahlul Bayt, la'na on him. As for Sab, I defy you to show me this idea that exists in any Maktab in Oman where people are abusing the Sahaba. Where did you find this thing from? Yes, there might be people in the Shia world who have gone to that extreme. That is their worldview. But you come to our Maraja and they say very clearly that no insults or bad language should be used against the wives or the companions of Rasulullah. Yep. You want to discuss them? Discuss academically. This is the book. This is the reference. You want to agree with me? You want to disagree with me? It's completely up to you. Sadly, therefore, what happened with this person is that this person took 3 areas. Question then arises that if I want Sunni Shia unity to exist, what are the terms that the Sunni wants? What are the terms that the Salafi wants? I don't think personally there is much difference between what the Salafi Sunni wants when it comes to the terms of unity. What do I mean? Sunni Shia unity is a nice thing to say. It's a nice slogan to have. But how does it work in reality? I as a Shi'i, if I want unity, I believe in social coexistence with Muslims and non-Muslims. What do we mean? That if I am living, for example, in Iraq, Iraq is a wonderful example. Why? Come to the haram of Imam al-Husaini alayhi salam. You will see Shia and Sunni praying next to each other. Isn't that true? How many of you have seen on Instagram? I even put on my Instagram one day, when I was in Kadhmain visiting our Imams, I saw a Shia soldier and a Sunni soldier praying next to each other. One praying like this, one praying like this. Socially, I have to try and help my Sunni brother or sister if their business needs help. If they are ill, I should visit them. If there is a funeral, I should help them. That problem is not with the Sunni person. If I have an issue with Sunni theology, the person should not be the one I hurt. That person's a human like any other human. Therefore, for me as a Shi'i, theologically, I cannot have unity with you. You revere the person who fought my Mawla. Theologically, we're not going to meet. Let's admit, there's no harm admitting that theologically, you have your books, I have my books. But socially, it should not affect our social relations with each other. Socially, we should be together. On their side, no, it's difficult. And I'll explain to you why it's difficult. When you are a $1 billion business, it is hard to sit on a table with a $20 million business. You may invest in it, but you're a $1 billion business. It's very hard for you to break bread with a $20 million business. Honestly, if it wasn't for Iran and Iraq today, and places like Lebanon, no one would even bat an eyelid about sitting with the Shia. But those countries put us in a strong position today that people from bigger sect of Islam sit with us. Otherwise, psychologically, that person does not see why he should be sitting alongside you. What's his terms? His terms is, if you do not respect the wife of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and you do not respect the Sahaba of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, then you are Rafidi, you are this. Well, your terms, those are your terms, but what if they don't work for me? So what do? You become Muawiyah in the flesh and start killing everyone again? See, it's so funny when they say Islam's a religion of peace. Yeah, it's peaceful while you're agreeing to my terms. The moment you don't agree to my terms, why should I agree with your terms? Why? Oh, I'm the bargaining table, I'm in charge, I'm $1 billion enterprise. Many a battle was won by a smaller enterprise against the bigger one. Many a legacy was won by a smaller enterprise than a bigger one. And even if we're smaller, I'll sit on the bargaining table on the same level as you. Yeah, you don't respect the wives. Only if you respect the wives, we'll stop killing you. I do respect the wives. There are wives I respect. There are wives I don't respect. Can I put this on the bargaining table? No, you can't. Why can't I? Because that's not Islam. Who are you to tell me what Islam is? Bro, Islam is a 1400-year-old religion. In that 1400 years, we've had the bad, the good, and the ugly. Our religion, part of it is infallible, part of it is fallible opinion. Part of it that's infallible is when someone chosen by Allah was on the earth. When it's fallible, it's when humans begin to make up their own opinions on what religion is. True? Let's be open. 1400 years, only 300 years was ma'sumin. After that, it's humans giving opinions. Isn't that true? So when you come to me with your theology and you say, my theology is based on the Quran, so is mine. No, mine, he says to me, is based on the Quran, so is mine. You throw an ayah at me, I'll throw an ayah back at you. Throw an ayah at me. Say, look, Allah says in the Quran, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, An-Nabiyyu awla bil-mu'minina min anfusihim wa azwajuhu ummahatuhum. The wives of the prophets are like the mother, they are the mothers of the believers. I reply, number one, yes, they are like my mom in the sense that I cannot marry her after Rasulullah has married her. You have an interpretation, I have. Number two, look in the Quran, I see Nuh and Lut, their wives are in hell. And then not a wife of a prophet has to go to Jannah. That's right. So he comes to me and says in the Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says the Sahaba have to all be respected. I said, no. He said, yes. I said, Habibi, okay, give me an ayah. He says, look in the Quran, وَالسَّابِقُونَ الْأَوَّلُونَ مِنَ الْمُهَاجِرِينَ وَالْأَنصَارِ وَالَّذِينَ اتَّبَعُوهُمْ بِإِحْسَانٍ رَضِيَ اللَّهُ عَنْهُمْ وَرَضُوا عَنْهُ. He says, therefore the Sahaba have to all be respected because what? The foremost in faith from the migrants and the helpers. And those who follow them, Allah is pleased with them and they are pleased with Allah. Number one, from amongst them, Allah is pleased, not all of them. Number two, a whole surah called Munafiqun was revealed. Clearly there's messy people around Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Number three, Allah himself shows that there are some who run away from the battle. They are not like the one who gives his life for you in the battle. And. Therefore, on the bargaining table of the Sunni when it comes to Shia unity, the bargaining table is my terms or what? When it comes to the Salafi, my terms or pop. My terms or suicide bomb. If that's your Islam, la'natullah on that Islam. I was brought up with a religion that was meant to be a religion where we agree to disagree on certain theological issues, like ulama have done for centuries. Like we disagree with certain issues on fiqh. I ask you, Abu Hanifa doesn't disagree with Malik. Malik doesn't disagree with Shafi'i. Shafi'i doesn't disagree with Ahmad bin Hanbal. Now you explain to me out of those four, which fiqh is Rasulullah's fiqh? Which one? So if I follow Hanbali and you follow Shafi'i, which one is Rasulullah's fiqh? Oh, they all did their own ijtihad. So let my one do his. Ja'far al-Sadiq, even though I don't believe Imam al-Sadiq's opinion is ijtihad, I believe that that is the opinion. Let's be clear. But no problem, let's get back on that table. Imam al-Sadiq, to me, if you say yours can have an opinion, my Imam has an opinion. And to me, Imam al-Sadiq alayhi salam, he places the Sahaba in ranks, and the highest of them is Salman, Abu Dhar, Miqdad, and Ammar. That's for me as a Shi'i. What are you going to do? Bomb me because of it? Have respect for yourself. And have respect for the religion of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Therefore, anyone who tells you Shia Sunni unity, tell him on whose terms Shia Sunni unity. On the Shia terms, wallah, I don't mind living in a society where if there's 1,000 Sunni mosques in the area, let there be 1,000 who do Taraweeh all day, all night. I don't mind. Just let me have my majalis as well. I'm not going to get in your way. If Umar's ijtihad is that Taraweeh is a good bid'ah, do your Taraweeh the whole day, the whole night. Let me practice mine. But in the Sunni concept, you either follow or we are ready to call you so-and-so and so-and-so. The shame is on the Shia more than the Sunni, Salafi, whatever you want to call it on this issue. Why? On the first level, the Shia are not a collective, they are individual. There are people in this mosque have never visited another culture's mosque in Shi'ism. There are people who are watching my majlis. They have never in their life gone to another culture's Imam Barga of Shia. Because they feel like they're no longer a big fish in a small pond. There are people who their world is what? As long as I'm in my cozy place, me and my family. You tell him, have you seen what's happened to the Shia there in Oman? Put something on your Instagram. Maybe putting it doesn't get you lots of followers. It's not popular. Isn't that why we do what we do on Instagram or no? Oh, no, sorry. It's for the cause of the Ummah, of course. Why do you put on your Instagram, Omani Shia killed? I'm talking to the Shia, not the Sunni. No, the Sunni can put what he wants. The Shia, why don't you put Oman on your Insta? Last 9 months you've been putting Palestine. And you've been putting Palestine. And you've been encouraging others to put Palestine. And not only have you encouraged others to put Palestine, you've also in many cases told everyone, if you don't put Palestine, you are not a Husaini. Haven't you done that? So why not? Oman doesn't matter for a Shia. Oman doesn't matter. Look at the words we say. Inni silmun liman salamakum. I am at peace with whoever is at peace with Ahlul Bayt, be they Khaja or Pakistani or Iraqi or Lebanese or Omani. True? Look at the collective Shi'ism in Ziyarat Ashura. Not individual Shi'ism. Collective. Silmun liman salam. Collective Shi'ism. What else? When it comes to Wilayah, we have collective Shi'ism on 12th Imam. How? Mata tarana wa narak. When will you see us and we will see you? It doesn't say when will I see you, 12th Imam. Doesn't say meta arak, meta narak. When will we see you? As a Shia, you never say I, you say we. A true Shi'i wakes up in the morning. When he hears an Afghani Shi'i has died, he asks a question, what is the history of Afghani Shia? Tell me. When he hears a Pakistani Shia, asks, what's the history of Pakistani Shia? Tell me. He hears Lebanese Shia being killed. Says, what's the history of the Shia in Lebanon? Tell me. How many of you, if I were to ask you right now, Shia of Imam al-Mahdi, you call yourself. If I was to ask you now, give me the history of the Shia, for example, in where? In South Lebanon. What's the history of the Shia in South? South Lebanese have been there since the time of Imam Ali alayhi salam until today. Give me the history of the Shia of South Lebanon. I don't even know anyone. I don't know. Jabal Amil was once the Najaf of Shi'ism. Jabal Amil. How many times you hear ulama called Amili? How many of you know about the history of the Shia in Afghanistan? If I was to ask you, give me 20 minutes on the Shia of Afghanistan. Do you know one thing that hurt me the most in my life? Saddam, the butcher, that butcher, what hurt me was when I would see non-Shia when he died, may Allah bless the shaheed. Do you know how many Shia that man killed? If you want to know when Shia lives don't matter, it is whenever you get in a taxi in any Muslim country in the world, when they ask you where you're from and you say you're Iraqi and they say, Rahmatullah ala Saddam. That's when Shia lives did not matter. That man was responsible for butchering Shia who had done nothing wrong. Put aside those in the Da'wah party who may have been trying to plot assassinations against him. Put those aside. There were some, wallah, they were picked. Maulanas, who were picked simply because Maulana and Najaf taken, executed. Do you know how many ulama this man butchered? Do you know how many innocent people in areas the man butchered? You know when you go ziyar in Karbala, under your feet, there are mass graves of Shia. You may be sitting in a cafe or restaurant, under you, there's mass graves of Shia. Do you know how many Shia haven't got a clue what Saddam Hussein done in Iraq? Why do Shia lives not matter? It's because the Shia have no respect for themselves. There are some religions, I don't need to talk about on Mimbar, you know what I'm saying. There's some religions, one massacre happens to them. Wallah, they'll never let you forget. Every year, Hollywood has a film. And for us, which one of us has built the Saddam Hussein Genocide Foundation in honor of the Shia who were butchered by Saddam Hussein? Ayatollah Muhammad Baqir al-Sadr is a small loss. It's a small loss. Marja, 45 years of age, butchered. Other ulama in Najaf, some of you would never have heard of, by the way. The Ba'ath regime killed. From Gharawi, they killed. Borojordi, they killed. Jalali, they killed. The Hakim family, it became a joke. They butchered God knows how many of the Hakim family. The Bahr al-Ulum family, how many of them they butchered. The Khou'i family, how many of them. And others in the 80s were butchered. You ask a Shi'i today, all of these ulama and their sons and grandsons, do you know what happened to them? Many Shi'i, bro, I don't even know. What, did Saddam really kill that many ulama? Wake up and smell the coffee. Wake up and have respect for yourself. When Shia lives don't matter, it's not because of non-Shia, it's because of you. How many innocent people in Nasriya and Basra were killed by Saddam simply because they were Shi'at Ahl al-Bayt? And wherever you go, you see Shia literally butchered left, right and center. If you can, wherever you are, those who are watching online, wherever you may be, if you can, in your position. And everyone has different things. But recently I've seen people become very brave. MashaAllah. In the last 9 months, even if they live in the GCC, or even if they live in Africa, or they live in Europe, or Australia, they don't care anymore. They have put the flag to make sure oppression doesn't occur. Do that for Oman tonight if you can. By the way, you might only get 6 likes. Because Oman is not juicy. So you might only get 6 likes. And because it's Shia, so who cares? And inshallah, the non-Shia, who's been posting for 9 months, inshallah, the non-Shia will ask you, why you put the Omani flag? And you'll say, because Shia and Oman got killed. And I'd like to see the non-Shia post. Be interesting. Because we the Shia, when non-Shia get killed, we put posts, yes? Wear t-shirts with flags all over. Let's see the non-Shia do it. Or do Shia lives not matter? Anyway, for us as Shia, you can keep killing us. Not going to make a difference. We'll never leave Majlis al-Husayn. Actually, it's our honor to be in Majlis al-Husayn and to serve Sayyid al-Shuhada and to be associated with Imam al-Husayn. All you could do is shoot us. Go have respect for yourself. You filthy dog. You know why you're a dog? The one who shot in Oman. You know why that's a dog? I'll tell you why these are all filth. I'll tell you why. Where's all your bravery when it came to Palestine, you dogs? When Shia, you found us in Afghanistan, you shot us and you killed us. When you found us in Iraq, you shot us and you killed us. In Syria, you shot us and you killed us. And some of you might be saying, why did I say dog? Because in the Quran, Allah says these types of people, مَثَلُهُمْ كَمَثَلِ الْكَلْبِ. Syria, you shot us. Afghanistan, you shot us. Iraq, you bombed us. Suicide bomb in every dharih you bombed. How comes when Palestine happens, there's none of you ISIS guys anymore? Where are you? Where's all those ISIS guys now? The ones who are so active in Raqqa and all those. Where are they? Where's the Afghani suicide bomber? Where's the Pakistani brave Waziristani? Where are they now? Where are they? Where's Tahriq Fulan and Jami'at Fulan? Where are they? The ones who are always ready to kill the Shia. Why now all of a sudden you're quiet? What is it? The funding's not there for you to do these things? What is it? It's all quiet? We the Shia, you think you scare us? Wallah, we have to come and clean up your mess half the time. Your mess of half of your jihadi warriors, either engaging in same gender or opposite gender relations. Or we have to clean up your mess of your famous Maulana who came running out in a burqa to come out of that masjid. What a bravery, mashallah. Or you who come into our mosques and do a suicide bomb. Be a man, one-on-one. Or is it that you know Haydar al-Karrar's sons, you don't want to face them one-on-one? Yes? Allah will do to you. We'll do to you what our master did. And we'll be ready. Don't ever think that us Shia are scared. In our small numbers, we are class. We are class. And you're rattling now because you saw that it's only Iran and Lebanon and Iraq who are helping you. All your others are silent. All they could do is come and shoot a mosque in Muscat. Be a man. Be a man and come to the real battlefield instead of trying to teach us Shia about what it means. And you know why? Because we're Husainis. We learned from Sayyid al-Shuhada that it's hard to get rid of us. It's hard to defeat us. How many were we in Karbala? 72, 80, 90? And then when Karbala finished with Imam Zain al-Abidin, how many were we? Wallah, I remember reading a hadith. After Karbala, there were no Shia except 3 with Imam Zain al-Abidin. Look at us now. So powerful. And the Shia, I will say this again. The Shia's only enemy that could finish them is themselves. If the Shia fight with each other, petty fights, spread petty WhatsApps against each other, fight each other's mosques, they'll shoot themselves. They don't need the enemy. If the Shia unite, wallahi, no one can stop the Shia. The only one who can stop the Shia is themselves. Anytime you see someone who tries to cause that friction, tell them be quiet. I'm a Shi'i, that's a Shi'i. Is he at peace with Imam al-Hussein? Then I love him even if I disagree with him. At peace with Sayyid al-Shuhada? Silmun liman salamakum. I'm at peace with whoever is at peace with Sayyid al-Shuhada. We may differ on certain things, disagree on certain, but if he's at peace with Imam al-Hussein, I love him. That's it. That's the criteria. Why? Because Karbala taught us that you may lose your children. You may lose your fathers, your mothers. You may lose your brothers, but hold on. Remain strong. Hold on like those ladies held on in Karbala. Yes? Those ladies, wallah, they are role model not for ladies. They're role model for men. Those ladies in Karbala, they are not role models for ladies. We like this thing. Ladies are role models for ladies and men are role model for men. No way. A lady, if she's a leader, she becomes a role model for men and women, not just for women. Look at those ladies on the 10th of Muharram. One of them says, take my Qasim. This is for my love of Zahra, alayhi salam. You think you shoot us in Oman, what do you think? Wallah will produce 1 million more Qasims. and a million more Ja'fars, and a million more Akbars, and a million more Haidars. And even if it means we produce an Asghar, we will do that as well. Yes? Because how many Shia out there, their babies were killed because of suicide bombs? And I look at that Shia mum who's lost a baby, and I think in my head, the only thing she can hold on to is the baby of Sayyid al-Shuhada. Yes? That is literally the only thing you can hold on to if in Afghanistan or Pakistan or Iraq or in Syria or wherever, if you've lost the baby, then think of Rabab. Just sit and think about Rabab. Wallahi, I recite these masa'ib every year, and there are times I sit alone. In my preparation, I think about these things, and sometimes I can't even fathom what happened in Karbala. I just have to try and narrate. I try and remain strong for you all. Otherwise, deep down, there are times I can't understand it. I can't understand. Imagine your Akbar's mom and you see him fall. Imagine your Qasim's mom and Imam Hussein carries that body back. What do you do? Wallah, what do you do? Imagine your Abbas's mom and you're waiting for news. But that Rabab, I don't know what goes through that lady. In the Masa'ib, I will obviously go into it, but I'm going to say this to you. I want you to listen to the Masa'ib really carefully, because you'll see in the Masa'ib, psychologically, she is broken. Psychologically, she's broken. But there's only one thing that remains at the end of the Masa'ib that I'm about to recite. There's only one thing that remains, that when you listen to it as I recite it, you'll realize that all our strength lies in Imam al-Hussein. Believe you me. Some narration said that she gave the baby to the Imam. Others said no, that she didn't want to hurt Imam al-Hussein by putting a burden on him that I can't hear the baby make a noise anymore. I don't know what's happened. The baby was crying, but now there's nothing. There's not even a sound. So what do? Do I tell Imam al-Hussein? But then if I tell Imam al-Hussein, he's already lost his boys. He's lost his nephews. So she looked at al-Masa'ib. Allah, take your heart to Sham. She looked at al-Masa'ib. She said to her, can you take the baby? Sayyida Zainab alayha salam approached Imam al-Hussein. She said to him, Aba Abdullah, this baby of yours, we cannot even make any sound anymore. There is no sound even, no noise. Baby was crying, but now there's nothing. If you can, Aba Abdullah, just something. The narrations mention, and they differ again in their opinions. Some of them said that the Imam went out on the battlefield and he talked to the army of Umar bin Sa'ad. Others of them mentioned that in the opposition army, how shaitani the opposition army soldiers were, but still some of them said, you know what, it's just a baby. Surely not. And others of them looked at Umar bin Sa'ad and they saw, what do you want us to do? He said, finish the baby off. Finish the baby off. Look how you could sell your dunya for such a small sum. There are many who narrate the masa'ib of the 6-month-old baby. But of them was Mukhtar al-Thaqafi 5 years after Karbala. Mukhtar al-Thaqafi 5 years after Karbala. He met Harmala bin Kahil. He said to him, how many arrows did you shoot on the 10th of Muharram? Harmala replied, 7 arrows. He said, how many hit their target? He said, 4 arrows hit their target. He said to him, tell me about the first arrow. He said, the first arrow I shot was on the right eye of Abu al-Fadl al-Abbas. Abu al-Fadl lost his right and left arm. He had nothing left to hold on to. Harmala shot him directly in the eye. He said to him, how about the second arrow? He said, the second arrow I shot Abdullah, the son of Imam al-Hassan, the nephew of Abu Abdullah. He said to him, where? He said, when Abu Abdullah was lying on the ground, we were about to kill him. Suddenly this young man ran out and said, how dare you attack my uncle? He said to him, how about the third arrow? He said, the third arrow hurts me until today. Harmala has no heart, but still that arrow. He said, the third arrow hurts me until today. He said, what happened? He said, that arrow I shot the neck of the 6-month-old baby. He said, when I shot that baby, I saw it flap its hands like a bird flaps its wings. Only Allah knows the heart of Abu Abdullah. He said to him, how about the fourth arrow? He said, I shot that on the neck of Imam al-Husaini alayhi salam. Abu Abdullah had to return back to that tent. Only Allah knows the sabr here. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un, back and forth. Why? What do you tell a mother? What do you tell her about the neck of her baby? His sister Zainab was a backbone for him, like she was a backbone for all the ladies in Karbala, yes? All of the ladies, if one of them got up and started crying, Zainab would come and say, don't worry, it's okay. If another of them would try to sleep, Zainab would help her sleep, yes? She was the Jabal of Sabr, the mountain of Sabr. But even Zainab needed to sleep. So when Zainab got up one night, yes, on that Sham Maghriba night, Sayyidah Zainab got up, she looked around, where's Rabab? I can see the ladies, but there's no Rabab. Where's Rabab? She saw a lady wandering between the bodies. She said to her, Rabab, what's wrong? She said, I'm looking for my baby. Imagine the psychological state of Rabab. Imagine a mother looking in Karbala but confused. Do I look at the body of my baby, or Qasim, or Akbar? When they would imagine the scene, that there is a narration that says that Umar bin Sa'ad ordered for a spear to be placed where the baby was buried. Imagine what happened to that mother. So when she went to Kufa, she would keep crying for her baby. And then when she went to Sham, she would cry for her baby. And then when they brought her back to Karbala, she would cry for her baby. But then when they returned to Medina, what happened? When they returned back to Medina, when she came home, she said, remove the roof from the top of my house. Those of you who know. Remove the roof from the top of my house. They said to her, but Rabab, the heat of the sun will burn you. She said, remove the roof from the top of my house. They removed it. She then sat there under the sun. They said to her, Rabab, why? She said, how can I be covered from the burning sun, and I saw Abu Abdullah's body being burnt by it. How can I be under the shade and the son of Fatima Zahra and his body on the earth of Karbala? مأتم الحسين يا حسين يا حسين يا حسين يا حسين.
آتے ہیں اصغر علی خون میں نہائے ہوئے موت کی ہچ کی لگی خون میں نہائے ہوئے کہتی تھی رباب آؤ میرے شیر خوار بیٹھی ہوں انتظار میں جھولا تیرا خالی پڑا ہچکوں گی اب کس کو میں سوئے ہو کیا چین سے آؤ ہائے تیری کم سنی 3 دنوں کی تھی پیار ظالموں نے رحم نہ کیا آؤ میرے شیر خوار رات اندھیری جو ہے جنگلوں سنسان ہے ڈرنا نہ تو قبر میں آؤ میرے شیر خوار یاد تجھے کرتی ہے بہن سکینہ تیری آ کے لگ جاؤ گھلے آؤ میرے شیر خوار بیٹھی ہوں انتظار میں آؤ میرے شیر خوار ڈھل گیا سورج شمع جلی ننا میرا اصغر کہاں گیا رے ڈھل گیا سورج شمع
کہاں گیا رے ڈھل گیا سورج شمع جلی کہاں گیا یہ تو بتا دے اے حرملا چیدہ ہے کیوں تو نے ننھا گلا یہ تو بتا دے اے حرملا چیدہ ہے کیوں تو نے ننھا گلا ڈوبی ہے خون میں ننھی کلی ننھا میرا اصغر کہاں ڈھل گیا سورج کہاں گیا رے رات اندھیری سنسان بن ڈھونڈوں کہاں تجھے گل بدن رات اندھیری سنسان بن ڈھونڈوں کہاں تجھے گل بدن رو رو پکاری ماں دل جلی ننھا میرا اصغر کہاں گیا رے ڈھل گیا سورج شمع جلی ننھا میرا اصغر کہاں گیا رے یا حسین یا حسین یا حسین یا حسین یا حسین یا حسین اس لائلہ پہ جس نے گھر کو لٹا دیا اس کو بلا دیا تم کیسے کلمہ گو اس لائلہ پہ جس نے گھر کو لٹا دیا اس کو بلا دیا تم کیسے کلمہ گو اس لائلہ پہ جس نے گھر کو لٹا دیا اس کو بلا دیا تم کیسے کلمہ گو اس لائلہ پہ جس نے گھر کو لٹا دیا اس کو بلا دیا کیسے کلمہ گو سجدے میں جس نے اپنا سجدے میں جس نے اپنا سر بھی کٹا دیا اس کو بلا دیا تم کیسے کلمہ گو اس لائلہ پہ جس نے گھر کو لٹا دیا کیسے کلمہ گو اس لائلہ پہ جس نے گھر کو لٹا دیا اس کو بلا دیا تم کیسے کلمہ گو تم اپنی غیرتوں کو بازار میں تو لاؤ روئیں گے ہم کبھی نہ اپنا معیار غیرت دنیا کو تم دکھاؤ روئیں گے ہم کبھی نہ غیرت تیری کو جس نے غیرت تیری کو جس نے شرم و حیا دیا اس کو بلا دیا تم کیسے کلمہ گو لائلہ پہ جس نے گھر کو لٹا دیا اس کو بلا دیا تم کیسے کلمہ گو اس لائلہ پہ جس نے گھر کو لٹا دیا اس کو بلا دیا تم کیسے کلمہ گو انسانیت کے جس دم سانسیں اٹک رہی تھی کس نے دیا سارا دنیا میں جب شریعت در در بھٹک رہی تھی کس نے دیا سارا وہ حق پرست لائلہ پہ جس نے گھر کو لٹا دیا اس کو بھلا دیا تم کیسے کلمہ گو ہو اس لائلہ پہ جس نے گھر کو لٹا دیا اس کو بھلا دیا تم کیسے کلمہ گو اے معترض بتائے کعبے پہ سنگ بھاری ہے کیسا دین ہے یہ آل نبی کے دشمن اسلام سے عیاری ہے کیسا دین ہے یہ باطل کے رخ سے پردہ باطل کے رخ سے پردہ جس نے ہٹا دیا اس کو بھلا دیا تم کیسے کلمہ گو اس لائلہ پہ جس نے گھر کو لٹا دیا اس کو بھلا دیا تم کیسے کلمہ گو اس لائلہ پہ جس نے گھر کو لٹا دیا اس کو بھلا دیا تم کیسے کلمہ گو یہ کربلا نہ ہوتی آزا کبھی نہ ہوتی تم کلمہ گو نہ ہوتے دنیا میں لا الہ کی پہچان کبھی نہ ہوتی تم کلمہ گو نہ ہوتے تحفے میں جس نے تم کو تحفے میں جس نے تم کو یہ لا الہ دیا اس کو بھلا دیا تم کیسے کلمہ گو اس لا الہ پہ جس نے گھر کو لٹا دیا اس کو بھلا دیا تم کیسے کلمہ گو اس لا الہ پہ جس نے گھر کو لٹا دیا اس کو بھلا دیا تم کیسے کلمہ گو انسانیت نہ ہوتی انسانیت نہ ہوتے ہوتی یزیدیت گر سب بت پرست ہوتے وحدانیت نہ ہوتی ہوتی یزیدیت گر جس نے یزیدیت کا جس نے یزیدیت کا نقشہ مٹا دیا اس کو بھلا دیا تم کیسے کلمہ گو اس لا الہ پہ جس نے گھر کو لٹا دیا اس کو بھلا دیا تم کیسے کلمہ گو اس لا الہ پہ جس نے گھر کو لٹا دیا اس کو بھلا دیا تم کیسے کلمہ گو غیرت تیری کو جس نے غیرت تیری کو جس نے شرم و حیا دیا اس کو بھلا دیا تم کیسے کلمہ گو اس لا الہ پہ جس نے گھر کو لٹا دیا اس کو بھلا دیا تم کیسے کلمہ گو یا حسین یا حسین
یا حسین یا حسین یا کربل میں لہو سے دین کی شمع جلی ہے کربل میں لہو سے دین کی شمع جلی ہے کربل میں لہو سے دین کی شمع جلی ہے کربل میں لہو سے دین کی شمع جلی ہے کربل میں لہو سے دین کی شمع جلی ہے اس دین کی بقا ہے اس دین کی بقا ہے تو حسین ابن علی ہے کربل میں لہو سے دین کی شمع جلی ہے کربل میں لہو سے دین کی شمع جلی ہے جلتا ہوا صحرا ہے مگر تشنا لبی میں جلتا ہوا صحرا ہے مگر تشنا لبی میں تلوار جگر گوشائے تلوار جگر گوشائے زہرا پہ چلی ہے کربل میں لہو سے دین کی شمع جلی ہے کربل میں لہو سے دین کی شمع جلی ہے کربل میں لہو سے دین کی شمع جلی ہے کربل میں لہو سے دین کی شمع جلی ہے خون کانوں میں ہیلا لی ہے رخسار سکینہ خون کانوں میں ہیلا لی ہے رخسار سکینہ اس حال میں شبیر کی اس حال میں شبیر کی نازوں سے پلی ہے کربل میں لہو سے دین کی شمع جلی ہے کربل میں لہو سے دین کی شمع جلی ہے کربل میں لہو سے دین کی شمع جلی ہے کربل میں لہو سے دین کی شمع جلی ہے ہلچل سی ہے میدان میں کون آیا ہے دیکھو ہلچل سی ہے میدان میں کون آیا ہے دیکھو انداز وہی ہے انداز وہی ہے یا حقیقت میں علی ہے کربل میں لہو سے دین کی شمع جلی ہے کربل میں لہو سے دین کی شمع جلی ہے کربل میں لہو سے دین کی شمع جلی ہے عباس ردا چھینی گئی تیری بہن سے عباس ردا چھینی گئی تیری بہن سے آدے کے رسیوں میں آدے کے رسیوں میں بندھی شام چلی ہے کربل میں لہو سے دین کی شمع جلی ہے کربل میں لہو سے دین کی شمع جلی ہے کربل میں لہو سے دین کی شمع جلی ہے یا حسین یا یا فاطمہ زہرا یا فاطمہ زہرا یا فاطمہ زہرا یا فاطمہ زہرا مل کے نام مولا یا فاطمہ مکھی یا فاطمہ زہرا ہے یا فاطمہ زہرا یا زہرا امت نے بہت آپ کو تڑ پایا ہے بی بی ہر حق کے لیے آپ کو ترسایا ہے بی بی غاصب نے جو دربار میں بلوایا ہے بی بی دکھ سے لرزنے لگا خود عرش خدا کا یا فاطمہ زہرا 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 سینے میں ازل سے ہی میرے کرب و بلا ہے جاتے ہوئے زہرا نے یہ دنیا سے کہا ہے کیا شام میں ہونا ہے یہ سب مجھ کو پتا ہے تپتے ہوئے صحرا میں ہے شبیر کا لاشا ہے یا فاطمہ زہرا 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 ہے یا فاطمہ بلند آواز میں نام مولا فاطمہ زہرا یہ کام رہا صدیوں سے بس اہل عزا کا پیاسوں کے لیے بہتا رہا عشقوں کا دریا شبیر کا پرسا دیا زہرا کو ہمیشہ شبیر کو دو مادرے شبیر کا پرسا یا فاطمہ زہرا یا فاطمہ زہرا یا فاطمہ زہرا یا فاطمہ زہرا ہے یا ماشاءاللہ زہرا ماؤں سے عزاداروں کی زہرا نے کہا ہے عاشور کے مقصد کا بھرم تم نے رکھا ہے بچوں کو عزاداری پہ قربان کیا ہے محشر میں چکاؤں گی میں قرضہ یہ تمہارا یا فاطمہ زہرا یا فاطمہ زہرا یا حسین یا حسین یا حسین یا حسین یا حسین
بر محمد و آل محمد صلوات سورة المبارکۃ الفاتحہ Mu'mineen, please prepare yourself for Salatul Maghribain Azan within a second. Bar Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad salawat.
إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن عليا ولي الله أشهد أن عليا حجة الله حي على الصلاح حي على الصلاح حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح حي على خير العمل حي على خير العمل الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم اجعل قلبي بارا وعيشي قارا ورزقي دارا وعملي سارا وأولادي أبرارا واجعل لي عند قبر نبيك محمد صلى الله عليه وآله مستقرا وقرارا برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين
اللهم صل على محمد
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم الله أكبر الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله
اللهم صل على محمد وآل
أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله